Angela here with a quick hip warm-up sequence using a resistance band. We're going to work this between squats and lunges. Right? Take your band, whatever density you're working with. I'm working with the medium one. Step through your band so that it goes above the knee joint at the lower thighs. It might slide up as you go through the work. You can always readjust it back to the lower thighs. You're going to take your stance a little bit wider than the hips, or at least to a point where you've got some tension and you have to work against that band. If your feet turn down a bit, totally fine. I'm going to bend the knees as if to sit back into a chair. And just take a pause here. I know I like to get out of this really quickly, but notice if you're tucking your tailbone, rounding your back, or if you feel like your low back is always doing the work here. Right? If that's the case, we need to find our transverse abdominis muscle. Remember, that's the sucan muscle that starts on the back, wraps around to the front and attaches to both your pelvis and your rib cage. So that when you go to sit back, it's supporting your low back. You have nice hip flexion and your pelvis looks like it's still in line with your rib cage. And then you're going to straighten the legs and come up to stand. So as you inhale, you're going to sit back. You can reach your arms forward to help counter some of the weight here. And then exhale, come up to stand. Keep going. Inhale, sit back. Exhale to stand. And as you continue to go through this, notice if when you come back, you're just tempted to tuck that tailbone. Some of you might feel like you have to stick your bum back behind you a little bit more, while others might feel like they have to wrap the TA in and pull the reins in on the front of the pelvis, the front of the hip points. Remember, push out into that band. That's why it's there. Right? So as you go to sit down, thighs push into the band. Notice when you push into the band, are you rolling out at your ankles? Can you keep your inner foot on the ground so the work's coming from the hip? You got 4 more of these to go. Sitting back, coming up to stand. 3 more, and stand. 2, and stand. Last one, and stand. All right, we're going to keep the band on the thighs. But now we're going to take some back step lunges here. So hands can go on the hips. It's a great place for them. You're just going to step the left foot back. Not huge. The band's there. It's going to limit this. Bend both knees as if to sink down to the ground, and then step the left foot forward to meet the right. And then you step the right foot back, drop the pelvis as you bend the knees, and step the right foot forward. And this is where we're starting, stepping back. So you want to make sure that you can bend both knees, taking the knee to the floor. Notice when you do this, are you leaning forward? Are you going into that low back extension? Is it starting to look like the squat all over again? Can we keep the back of the pelvis dropping down, the front of the pelvis lifting up, and our torso upright in these step backs? I'm just going to face you now so that you can see right up and down as we step back. Now, the next time you have your left foot back and the right foot forward, we're going to hold it. My band's already sliding out, so I'm just going to adjust that. You're going to hold this with the knees bent, right foot forward, left foot back. You're going to turn the knees in so the band pulls the legs together. And then push out, and in, and out, woo, in, and out. And that's fine. There's going to be weight distribution going to the inner and outer foot, depending on how much mobility you have in the ankle and that front foot. Right, that foot might be rolling with you, or you might be able to move from the ankle a little bit more. In, and out, in, and out. Now push off the back foot, step forward, switch sides. Left foot forward, right foot back. Bend the knees. Drop the weight of the pelvis. Let the band bring the legs in, and out, in, and out, in, and out. And it seems a bit silly, but hopefully you're like, oh, wait, yeah, hips, I got it, I feel it, and out, in, and out. Don't worry about the weight of the feet going in and out, right? This is giving you information on how to catch that balance back. One more time, in and out. Step the right foot forward. All right, now we're going to take the band, ditch the band off to the side. It kind of feels amazing when that band goes off. If you're on a mat, turn the face to short edge of the mat. Bend the knees, think squat. Think come into that chair position, that squat position. All right, shifting the weight to the right leg. As if you had the band on the outer thigh, step the left foot back. Now this is a much deeper lunge or a much longer lunge. All right, reach your arms up if that works for you. You can put your hands on the head, look straight ahead here. All right, so we're looking for that lift in the front of the pelvis. Sending that right knee forward, taking a breath in here, and taking a breath out. Take another breath in, and another breath out. Go ahead, straighten out that front leg. Watch for rolling on the ankle here. Stay committed to that right big toe now. bend the right knee, put the hands on the hips, lean forward. Lean forward, lean forward, lean forward. Hands on the hips so you know where your hips are in place. Reach the arms forward, step the left foot forward, you're back into that chair squat pose. Go right to the other side. Step the right leg back, you're in this long lunge position. Make sure when you step back, the right foot stayed on the right side of the pelvis here. All right, breathe in, arms where you want them. Breathe out. Take another breath in here. Another breath out. Keeping that left big toe down, anchored to the mat, straighten the front leg, the whole body rises up. Rebend the left knee, put your hands on your hips so you know where your pelvis is. Lean forward in space. Work that back leg, you're gonna push off that back foot. Step the right foot forward to meet the left, you're back in chair pose. Come up to stand, shake it out. All right, hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit of heat and warmth in those hips.